Hello dear students, welcome to the today's geography session. Today we will start with geography lesson number 6, natural regions. Okay, yesterday we have finished with our history lesson, and so today we will start with the geography topic. In natural regions, the name itself, you can understand that we are going to see in this chapter about, we are going to study about the regions, some regions, and how are their natural conditions, and these natural conditions, how do they affect the regions, all like how is their house, the type of houses existing there, the plant, animals, people, and many other things, how the naturally available things in the region brings out the difference in the clothing, in the population, in the aquatic life, in the animals, flora, and everything. So let us start. You can see there are some pictures given there. Tick the boxes in the pictures using the index given on page 31. First, you have to open your page number 30 for this lesson. And now you can see on the page number 31, you can see the index. There it is written. You have to mark a tick for the word I use or experience. Means you have to study the picture on page number 30. You have to look. Their boxes are given. Empty boxes are given. Can you see? Yes. In that empty box, you have to write whether, see the first option on page number 31, that is, if you have seen the if you are using or if you are experiencing that picture, you have to put a tick. If you have only seen it, okay, then you have to mark a star. And if you don't know anything about that picture, then you have to mark it cross. Okay, so these are the symbols. You have to put it in the box according to watching the picture. You have to see the picture and mark with this. If you have if you are using or if you have experienced that, then you have to put a tick. If you have seen it, then you have to put a star. And if you don't know anything about that, then you have to put a cross. So that way you have to come on page number 30, study, suppose first line, housing. Now first picture is a hut. Have you seen or you are experiencing or you are using, you are staying in a hut, or have you seen that? Then according to that you have to put the symbol of cross, tick mark, or star. Understood? So that way you can do it. That is for your homework purpose. Watch each and every picture and put the tick mark or star or cross. Let us start further. On the basis of the selection you have done and the questions given below, arrange a discussion in the class. So this is a discussion to be happened in the class. After you will watch this picture, and you will understand that what you have seen, what you are experiencing, and what you don't know. So there are some few questions. I'll just have a reading about it. Why are all the house types shown in the picture not seen in our surroundings? Okay, which are the regions where such types of houses are found? Would you like to stay in a house built of ice? Why don't we build such houses? What brings about differences in people's clothing? Where do you think cubes, insects, and ants also form a part of the diet of the people? Can the animals from polar regions like polar bears and penguins be kept in tropical zoos? Are all the plants shown in the pictures found in our surroundings? If not, where do you think they can be found? So if you read to this question, you will understand you will get the answers to all these questions. After we will start explaining this lesson, I'll start, then you'll come to know that why all types of houses are not found in all the regions, then why ice houses is not found in our region, and many, why the clothings are different of different regions of different people, and many other things, what these questions I have read. So let us see further by reading the lesson. Excuse me. There exist a large number of different things in the world than those we see in our surroundings. Yes or no? In the surroundings also we see there are different types of things existing in our surrounding. But more than that, we can see a large number of different things are existing in the world, okay, than in our surrounding. We see different educational and informative TV programs about wildlife. If any student may be watching the channels in the on the TV, they are coming, wildlife program, National Geographic channel is coming. If you are interested and if you are watching these programs on the TV, you can see there is lot of difference in the wildlife. Okay, we can see some educational and informative programs through the TV about the wildlife. We become curious to know more about this wildlife, and as and when we start watching these programs on the TV, we become more and more curious as we gain the knowledge. We gather the knowledge about the wildlife, the differences, the regions, okay, in which region what type of wildlife is existing, and what they eat and what they do. Everything knowledge we get by watching this program. Why is this wildlife not seen in our areas? Okay, why in our areas we don't see this wildlife? Why are they not similar to the things in our areas? What causes this difference? Let us try to find the reasons behind all this. So let us see the geographical explanation to all this. There are differences in terms of landforms, climate, soils, etc. in different parts of the world. So there are differences in landforms. In some areas we have plateau region, some areas desert, some areas mountains, some areas hillies, some areas are plains, some areas are slope. Yes or no? So these are the different types of landforms we are finding in different regions. So there are differences in terms of landforms, also differences in climate. Yes or no? We have seen this. Climate is nowhere same. Every region, every particular area, or you can say every place has different type of climate. Maybe that two regions can have same climate, but it will not that all the regions will have the same climate. Even the soils are different. So all these are differences etc. in the different parts of the world. This difference is mainly due to the availability of sunlight and water in that region. What type of sunlight, how much sunlight is available in that? Okay, if they are getting very less sunlight, then that region will be cold. Yes or no? Snowy area. If the region is receiving more and more sunlight, then it will be hot and humid. So depending on the availability of sunlight and water in that region, we will see the different types of landforms, climate and soil. So these are the reasons why there is difference in every region. So sunlight and water keeps on changing from the equator to the poles. You have studied this in the previous standard, yes or no? As we go from the equator towards the poles, the sunlight and the water keeps on changing. Differences in landforms, climate and soil greatly influence the flora, fauna and human life and give rise to variations in the biodiversity in different parts of the world. So these differences in landforms, climate and region and soil, they greatly influence the flora. Flora means what? Floral life, flowers, plants. Fauna means animals and human life. So all these three are affected, they are influenced greatly due to the differences in landforms, climate and soil of that particular region. So this give rise to the variations in the biodiversity in different parts of the world. So these are the reasons why there is variations in the biodiversity in the different parts of the world. On the other hand, there are similarities of climate, vegetation and animal life in different continents that spread between certain latitudes. Also, when we see that some areas have common or similar type of climate and vegetation and animal life. Why? Because they spread between the certain latitudes. They are in the different continents, but they spread within the certain latitudes, within that latitude, and that's why they have similarities in their climate, vegetation and animal life. These similarities stand out as the distinctive features of these regions, and thus these similarities become their distinctive features, their characteristics of that region. As these regions stand out on the basis of natural factors, they are called natural regions. So now these regions experience whatever they experience, the climate, vegetation, animal, they experience on what? On the availability of the natural factors, and that's why they are called natural regions. The natural environment of such regions affects the living world, including human beings. So these natural environment which is there in that particular area, in that particular region, it affects the living world. Now in the living world, who are there? Plants, animals and human beings. The entire land area on the earth can be divided into these natural regions. So this way, entire land area on the earth is divided into these natural regions. Let us try to understand their distribution with the help of maps and tables given in this lesson. So in this lesson we are going to study, we are going to understand the distribution of these natural regions, how they are affecting the human lives, the plants, animals and everything. We are going to study in detail with the help of maps and tables. So I will take a pause over here and I will end this session. We will continue further in the next session. Bye, take care and have a nice day.